10 gunshots in 5 seconds. A 37-year-old nurse lying motionless on a Minneapolis street. And now, with just hours remaining before a government shutdown, the United States Senate has reached a historic deal that could reshape how federal immigration agents operate across America. Tonight, we take you inside the dramatic negotiations, a political crisis born from a single fatal encounter that has divided the president's own party and brought the federal government to the brink. This is the story of how one man's death changed everything in Washington. Good morning. Welcome to American Affairs Network. Tonight, Senate Democrats and the Trump administration have struck a last-minute agreement to avert a government shutdown while addressing mounting concerns over immigration enforcement tactics. The agreement comes after federal agents killed an American citizen in broad daylight. The incident that started it all. On the morning of January 24, 2026, a fatal encounter in Minneapolis would change the national conversation about immigration enforcement forever. According to multiple videos reviewed and verified by ABC News, Alex Jeffrey Pretti, an intensive care nurse at the Minneapolis Veterans Healthcare System, appeared to be using his phone to record Customs and Border Protection officers conducting an immigration operation near Nicollet Avenue and 25th Street. According to the internal CBP assessment obtained by NPR, officers were confronted by two women blowing whistles during their enforcement operation. The report states that an officer pushed both women away, and when they did not comply with orders to move, the officer deployed pepper spray. However, eyewitness accounts paint a different picture. In a sworn statement reported by ABC News, one witness described what happened. The man tried to help up the woman the ICE agent had shoved to the ground. The ICE agents just kept spraying. More agents came over and grabbed the man. I didn't see him touch any of them, he wasn't even turned toward them. According to forensic audio analysis conducted by ABC News, 10 shots were fired in less than 5 seconds. The preliminary CBP report, obtained by NBC News, reveals that two federal officers discharged their weapons. Most significantly, according to NPR's review of the assessment, the report makes no mention of Pretti attacking officers or threatening them with a weapon, contradicting the initial narrative from federal officials. The administration's response. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem immediately characterized Pretti's actions as domestic terrorism. According to PBS News, Noem told reporters, "This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at the scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement." White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, according to reports, described Pretti as a would-be assassin. However, according to Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara, who spoke at a Saturday press conference, Pretti had no criminal record and was a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry. The swift characterization drew bipartisan condemnation. According to NPR, even Republican Senators Ted Cruz and John Curtis called for an investigation. Democrats draw a line: the political fallout was immediate. According to Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, speaking Wednesday and reported by NPR, Democrats would not support any funding package including DHS appropriations unless reforms were implemented. Until ICE is properly reined in and overhauled legislatively, the DHS funding bill doesn't have the votes to pass, Schumer declared, according to NPR. Under President Trump, Secretary Noem and Stephen Miller, ICE has been unleashed without guardrails. According to The Hill's reporting, Schumer outlined three demands: ending roving ICE patrols and tightening warrant rules, establishing a universal code of conduct and boosting accountability, and requiring body cameras while prohibiting masks. Republican defections. Thursday afternoon, Senate Majority Leader John Thune attempted to advance the full $6 bill funding package. According to ABC News, the procedural vote failed dramatically, with 7 Republicans joining all Democrats in opposition, resulting in a 44-55 vote. According to Federal News Network, these Republican senators raised concerns about ICE tactics, with some calling for independent investigation and even Secretary Noem's resignation. Senator Susan Collins of Maine was among the most vocal. According to Federal News Network, Collins spoke directly with Noem about ICE operations in Minnesota and Maine, where enhanced enforcement was subsequently ceased. Collins stated, according to Federal News Network, the fatal shooting of Alex Pretti must be thoroughly and impartially investigated. The deal emerges as Thursday evening descended, frantic negotiations unfolded. According to CBS News, Senator Schumer and President Trump labored over a deal from late Wednesday until Thursday evening. The breakthrough came with splitting DHS funding from the broader package. According to sources who spoke to CBS News, 5 appropriations bills, covering defense, transportation, HUD, HHS, labor, and education, would pass with full-year funding through September 30. The DHS bill would be re-placed with a 2-week continuing resolution, funding the department until February 13. According to The Hill, Democrats sought 2 weeks while Republicans pushed for 6 weeks. The 2-week timeframe represented a Democratic victory. President Trump endorsed the agreement Thursday evening. According to Fox News, Trump wrote on Truth Social, "The only thing that can slow our country down is another long and damaging government shutdown." Republicans and Democrats in Congress have come together to get the vast majority of the government funded until September, while at the same time providing an extension to the Department of Homeland Security. Remaining obstacles. Despite the agreement, obstacles remained. According to CBS News, Senator Lindsey Graham came out against the deal Thursday evening, blocking quick passage requiring unanimous consent. "I've never been more offended than I am right now of what's being said about these folks," Graham told reporters, according to CBS News, referring to federal agents. "The cops need us right now." Graham's objection meant pursuing a longer procedural route requiring 60 votes. According to Senate Majority Leader Thune, quoted by CBS News, "Tomorrow's another day, and hopefully people will be in a spirit to try and get this done tomorrow." Even if the Senate passes the agreement Friday, a brief shutdown appears inevitable. According to NPR, the House is on recess until Monday, February 2. However, according to CBS News, because federal offices are closed weekends, a short-term lapse could have minimal effects. What comes next? The 2-week DHS resolution sets up another showdown in mid-February. According to Senator Mark Warner, quoted by Federal News Network, reforms must be included in the spending package rather than relying on executive orders. "I'm encouraged, but I don't trust the White House," Warner said, according to Federal News Network. Those reforms need to be in the DHS funding bill. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, according to CBS News, emphasized urgency. "We have to deal with reigning ICE and the Department of Homeland Security and with the fierce urgency of now. There's urgency to dealing with this issue, because ICE, as we've seen, is out of control." The broader implications. This crisis marks a potential turning point in federal immigration enforcement. Pretti's death has galvanized opposition transcending partisan divides. According to NPR, even the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus called for a full and transparent investigation, a remarkable coalition. As we approach Friday's midnight deadline, critical questions remain. Will 2 weeks be enough for meaningful reforms? Or will this merely postpone another crisis? What is clear is that Alex Jeffrey Pretti's death, a 37-year-old nurse who witnesses say was simply helping a woman off the ground, has forced Washington to confront questions about the balance between immigration enforcement and constitutional rights, between national security and civil liberties, between federal power and citizens' rights. The next 2 weeks will tell us whether our political system can answer those questions, or whether we are destined to repeat this crisis. We will continue monitoring this story and bring you updates as the Senate works toward a vote. For now, the federal government's fate hangs in the balance, and Alex Pretti's memory hangs over every negotiation on the Senate floor.